There we go. All right, welcome everyone to our Tuesday night team call. Tonight is going to be a conversation about growing your business with heart. And this is just kind of timely with everything that's going on with coronavirus still, and just kind of being in this weird place of like, do we message people about the business and the products, or is now not a good time? And I've really heard both sides. Some of the leaders that I've listened to, I've heard them say, you know what, it's not the time. This is really just the time to love and serve. And then on the flip side, we've heard like, people need the business, people need our products. You know, we have a line of amazing health and wellness products on their immune systems right now, need to be sharing. So I feel torn, right? Like, how do we do both, or what's right and what's not right? So I just wanted to have kind of like an open conversation about it, because this might be something that like you feel that tension, you feel like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And I do feel like after thinking about it and talking to our leaders and just kind of like dwelling on this, that I've come to kind of like a good middle ground. And Victoria is going to pop in and share some of her thoughts as well on this. But basically, it is the time to share Plexus, but there is a way to do it that is sensitive and that shows that you're putting people first, caring about people first and foremost. So we're going to talk a little bit about messaging and also about updating your contact list, because we have a lot of new people on our team and people who are just starting to, you know, kind of do the business, who maybe have not been doing it before, but now they really do want to work this as a business from home so they can have that income stream from selling Plexus. So if you don't have a contact list, this will hopefully give you some good tips about how to create one. And then if you are messaging people and inviting them into this opportunity, I'm going to give you some sample verbiage that may just help you get started with sending those messages. So to start off, now is not really the time to send a cold message. And if you guys aren't familiar with that term, a cold message, and I really don't ever send a cold message, that's sending a message, reaching out to someone that you like are not even acquainted with. This would be like reaching out to a stranger. In my opinion, that's not the way that I want to work my business, you know, most of the time. You guys have so many people in what we call your warm network or your warm market, which is people that you're at least acquainted with, right? Like not a total stranger, that you can share the products but if this is your during this time with what we're going through just as society and as a country and as the world right now, I wouldn't lead with, hey, have you seen my post about Plexus? We first want to make sure that we are loving on people, that we are checking up on people. You know, like if you're going to message someone for the first time, it should be, how are you doing? How's your family holding up? You know, is there anything I can do, guys? You know, do you need help? Toilet paper? Like all of that kind of stuff is way more important right now, to make sure that we're connecting and treating people like a real person, right? Like that is more important than ever. I think that's good advice for your business all the time, right? Like to always connect first, to always build relationship first. I think it was Bob Heilig that gave the example. If you ran into someone at Target who like was an acquaintance, but you didn't really know them, you just kind of like say your kids played soccer together, you wouldn't be like, hey, have you ever heard about Plexus? You'd be like, hey, oh my gosh, I know you from so-and-so. Our kids played soccer together. How are you? Like you would start a conversation. It's not any different when you're messaging someone through social media. You want to start a conversation and get that going first before you just jump in and tell them like, here's all the things that I do. Do you want to do it with me? So first thing is, now is not really the time for cold messaging. Build relationships first. Let people know that you care, right? Like that is our main thing as human beings, as a team. We want to show that we are loving and caring for everyone before we even talk about Plexus. And then lead with heart. And I have this written in the front of my planner, but it just says, have compassion, take action, right? Like, so compassion for me, even on a great day when no one's sick and we aren't dealing with the pandemic, is the number one thing. Like, remember that people are real people and always have compassion before taking action. I do think it is a great time to share the opportunity with people. A lot of times we talk about the products first, when someone's interested in Plexus. But right now it just feels even like more important than ever to talk about the opportunity with the business, because people really are out of work and needing a way to provide for their family from home. So don't be afraid to share that with people. When we had our Wine and Wellness virtual meeting, Genevieve Scory was on there, and she's from corporate with Plexus, and she gave some really great sample messages. So I wanted to share them with you guys, and I'll just read them, and I can send them in our group chat. I can't really like type while I'm reading it. I could copy and paste it maybe, but I wanted to share that with you. She gave like an example of a bold message, and then an example of a like, okay, maybe you're not ready to send the bold message. Here's like an easier version. So I wanted to share this with you just to kind of get your wheels spinning of how you could reach out to someone about the business right now. So here's the bold message. And this is after you've checked in with someone, after you've had conversation, you've built relationship, right? We're not like just diving in. And this is one that I actually sent to a friend. I said, hey, Courtney, so you know that I have a work from home opportunity with Plexus. I know that you have never shown interest in doing it with me, but I promised myself I would reach out to as many people as I could, whether I thought they were interested or not. This is a crazy time, and crazy times require creative solutions. So many people are looking for ways to make a paycheck from home right now, and my business allows me to work from home, sharing health products with others in a time when health is so important. Plexus has put out some amazing offers to help new people get started. Do you know anyone who is in a situation who could use $300 to $500 and who would be interested in seeing if working with Plexus from home could be a good fit? Now that's long and I can send it out, but basically I'm giving the information and then you're just asking for a referral. Like, do you know anyone who could benefit from this? Another way is if you think this person would be great at the business, it's always awesome to compliment people and tell them why you think they would be great. So you could kind of do that whole message and then saying, instead of saying, do you know anyone? You could say, you are such a wonderful person. I love how you, whatever, like what are they great at? What do you admire about them? I think you'd be amazing at this. Would you be interested in hearing more? And it's just always good to end with a question, because then they will be more likely to respond and you can kind of keep the conversation going. So that's an example of a bold message you could send out during this time. And then an easy message, and again, this is from Genevieve. You guys have customers or people interested in ordering. Here's her easy message, right? This is kind of like another option to do. Hey, Courtney, before your order goes through this month, or before I help you place your order, I just felt compelled to tell you about the work from home opportunity that Plexus has. I know so many people are looking for creative solutions to working from home, and this might be a good fit for you or someone you know. Would you be interested in learning how you could get your products cheaper and make a paycheck by working with Plexus from home? So that's another option. If you have customers or people who are gonna order anyway, and you can just kind of invite them into the opportunity, you might be surprised